expensive baby. Expensive baby Akothee. I'm talking about Esther, Akoth, Kokeyo, who is live with me on Double O Direct. We're talking about access, control, and ownership. As you can see, you're not just a businesswoman. You're not just an entrepreneur. You're not just a recording artist or an artist or a musician. You're not just a mentor. You're not just an author. There is so much to you, and I admire the fact that you've been unafraid in opening new doors for yourself. But one thing that we need to continue with regards to conversation is this notion of access, control, and ownership. Let's continue.
Waiting for me?
I am waiting for you. I
was looking into this English. It surpassed me. There is something called, when I was to come here,
yes.
I had to ask my mentor, Churchill. Churchill Nambuki, you are a sweetheart. Churchill knows my English is very small.
No. Before you get into Churchill being your mentor,
yes.
Did he tell you we used to work together?
No, he just told me, go for the show, lakini kizungu iko hapo. Churchill, unapenda kunishtua. And I told him, you know what? I will tell him, please open your mouth and you want to talk to me. He told me that girl has English. Thank you for honoring my small one. Well, let's go to this access, control, and ownership.
Yes.
The spirit of manifestation is very, very important in a human's life.
Yeah.
What made me to be who I am?
Yes.
I always ask myself, who am I? When I say who am I start checking about my background. Do I come from a rich family that I have something to own or I have something to inherit? Who am I? I am Esther Akoth Kokeyo. I am a single mother. I dropped out of school. I'm struggling with degree. I cannot knock anybody's door to give me a job because I have no paper. In Kenya, you have to have a degree for someone to even listen to you. So what can I do that can change my position?
Yes.
So I normally have these eyes. Who am I?
Yes.
Where am I? Well, I was Esther Akoth Kokeyo. I come from a humble background. I'm not coming from a rich, from a very rich
You're
family.
Not but you're not Odinga.
No.
Okay.
And again, I don't have anything to inherit from my family. So where am I right now? I am a single mother of 5.
Yes.
Where do I want to go? Do I want to sit here, continue complaining, lamenting, crying, sympathizing with who? Where do I want to go? Then, which route do I want to take? All of us are dying for this success. So the only difference is to analyze where you are right now, where you are coming from, where you are right now, where you want to go, and what you want to do there.
So it's not just about getting there. It's what you're going to be doing once you're actually there.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me.
You know why God is hiding quite a lot from people? And why you will never meet, Olivia, you'll never meet any successful person without a story, and a sad one, and a heavy one. God must humble you. Your way to success is always under renovations.
Yes.
You must divert each and every time. This one is not working, you have to get this one. The way to success is never smooth. You and success are on parallel lanes. You are moving and it's moving there. You are going to meet there. So what is your purpose of achieving what you want to achieve?
Yes.
What is your purpose in life? And you cannot understand this purpose if you don't have access, control, and ownership over your life. Agreed. That's why when you hold some interviews, I normally hold interviews for my companies, and sometimes I just feel like slapping these kids, especially who has come from this school called ICU or whatever the case. First, they'll walk in, and the way they are dressed, they've come to an interview with a tumbo cut. I know I am the worst dressed artist.
Yes.
And even the way they are walking shows you they lost control
at some point
over their lives. Maybe because of the men who they are hanging around have thwarted them.
Yes.
And men are very good at thwarting women, telling you how useless you are, how stupid you are. There's nothing. That's the way they can step
psychologically abusive.
Yeah, psychological and emotional vampires. So they will walk in and you ask them, yes, madam, can you tell me more about yourself? Actually, my name is with nails, ugly ones, maybe not unkept. I was a degree, and open your mouth and talk. Access, control.
Yes.
On your inner self. My name is Esther Akoth Kokeyo. I have a degree in 1, 2, 3. I have an
Where
internship.
did we lose confidence, number one? And where did we lose
Thank you.
the ability to enunciate? That is to let people know exactly what it is that we want to say. And then when did it become cool to be slow? I always wonder, in our generation, Akoth, we had urgency.
Akoth is so
We
sweet.
moved with urgency.
Yes.
We spoke with urgency.
Yeah.
We performed with urgency.
Leave alone the talking. They're walking.
We were
Somebody's
quick.
Walk.
Yes.
You are the only ground you are owning is the one below your feet.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. On that ground.
Do you know, if I get someone who does not match my speed
Yes.
of talking or doing things, I feel drained and I can automatically get sick. I have a problem with this. So you'll come onto my interview,
Yes.
and the way you walk through the door,
Yes.
I'll simply tell you, I'll get back to you. Own yourself. And again, something, whenever I'm doing interviews,
Yes.
we are still on the topic of access, control, and ownership. I am a single mother. It is not a title. Simply walk in and say, my name is Esther Akoth Kokeyo. I am a mother of one. Don't start throwing your singleness. That one is not in your CV. Do you write in your CV, I am a single mother? Is it a permanent, is it a condition or a situation? This is now where we come in with sympathy. Then what I don't also like a lot in my interviews is when you start, when an employee tells me that we've moved from, if we have not become like, used to each other, and I ask you, can you tell me your journey? Just on interview, I have so many people waiting, and you start telling me about me to relate to the story. I've not asked you. Then I go like, no, you don't know me. We've just had 2 minutes.
Keep it professional.
Keep it professional. Come in, tell me what you're able to do. Again, another thing, we are still at the control part.
Yes.
Access, control, and ownership. So what can you do in my company? I can actually do a lot. I can actually do. They do. We need to have a forum where we can even teach women on how to sit.
Basic etiquette.
The basic etiquette.
Yes.
They will be ordering umgi from the or they will be just and then
chewing
maybe
gum.
the weave, I don't know, it's also like 9 months old, you think it's pregnancy, and you go like, now this one. So these are the kinds that men take advantage of. Okay? So where we lost is the access and control. And then you constantly have negative connotation. People keep on telling you how useless you are, how you can't do it, you can't make it. You know what people say about you doesn't matter. What you tell about yourself, what you tell you about who you are is definitely going to determine who you want to be in the future.
May I share something with you that happened to me and keeps happening to me time and time again? As women, we keep lamenting the fact that we're not given a voice, we're not given a platform, we're not given access. The number of times I have looked to women to have on 00 Direct, even today, I had a professional, an expert in their field, sort of avoid an interview, and I don't know for what reason. In the past, we've had insecurities, we've had fears. As women, when you hear that voice always telling you you're useless, you can't do it, there's a lot of fear women harbor. There's a lot of insecurity that women harbor, that even sometimes I find people who have PhDs, I find people who are CEOs, I find people who have gotten accolades, gold, in their respective field, telling me, 00, what are you going to ask? 00, are you sure? I'm not sure. Maybe my boss can do it. So one thing I want you to reiterate, Esther Akoth Kokeyo, is the need for access, control, ownership. This person has studied maybe 14 years after high school, and still they find it difficult and challenging just to be on 00 Direct.
Do you know why?
Why?
I never knew that even women in corporate world could get insecure with me. It took a lot of time to start understanding that, oh, girl, in as much as you only have a degree, you can threaten a doctor. We are back to access. When they were growing up, the only thing they knew were books. Okay?
Yes.
But they forgot to take care of the little Olivia. Most women were broken as they were growing up. And for that matter, they've not taken time to mold the small girl in them. So this small girl is vulnerable within them, and it is showcasing on even how they dress. You could see someone with a lot of money. I know I'm not the best dressed, but at least I stand up for the occasion.
Girl, you should. You should.
If I'm going to the beach,
Yes.
I'm going to pick up that bikini.
Yes.
And I will be, hitting the headlines.
Yes.
If I'm going to an office. So this comes with them not arresting the small girl who is scattered. We have to agree that in our African culture, I'm not really anti-men, but it's the reality.
Yes.
A woman was born, if I would tell you that I learned about sex in 2010.
Oh, wow.
The rest of the years, I can say I was always a victim of rape. I did not understand. I thought it was pleasure for a man, and it was a duty for me. So this is what most women go through. We've not arrested the small girl, and that's what you see I do with my girls always.
Yes.
Like right now, I sleep with my daughter, my firstborn, in her bed. I'm trying to arrest that small girl. And yesterday I was dressing her. She told me, Mommy, I have a date. I'm like, well, who is the lucky one? She's like, you are too nosy. Can't just pat on my... I would not tell my mom this. I would tell my mom,
Do you have
I
a
had
date?
it. Yo, with who? It will be tantrums and everything. I will not even come back to her house. So
Yes.
the way we were brought up,
Yes.
we're not allowed to also express ourselves. And then there is all this that has already come to our faces.
Yes.
We have not collected the small girl. So those women you see who are broken and scattered, they have not collected the pieces of the small girl. It is the small girl appearing into the grown woman.
Love it.
SpiceFM.